Welcome everybody to, you already know, D&D podcast and episode 4. We're already on 4 episodes for whoever's watching out there. We still want y'all to keep watching, support us. You know, it goes a long way. Comment, like, subscribe. Still no Facebook page. That's my fault. But I'll make one here in a little bit. So we got a YouTube. Just subscribe to that right now. And it's about, football season's almost over. 6 games left.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Time for the playoffs.
And the big games are starting.
Yeah,
Now it's getting to the big stretch. But and a lot of people weren't talking about a lot of the games last week, but it told me something last week. I don't know about you. So
did it?
It did. So what did you see? What did you see out of like LSU, Mississippi State?
Barrow's good at it. That's all I got to say. Barrow's that good, man.
He's pretty good.
Barrow's the, if you know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's pretty good. But you know, I thought Mississippi State had a chance there for a second. They had a few drives going, but they just couldn't. They couldn't stop LSU
At all, ladies and gentlemen. Mississippi, for a minute I thought Mississippi State could have put up a better fight, but LSU, the Tigers, happened. That's what happened. The Tigers.
And we had Florida, South Carolina. South Carolina had another team on upset alert, I thought.
Yeah, Will Muschamp went berserk in this game about the officiating, so they say some bad missed calls that Florida did. So
Right, the ref didn't let Will Muschamp know
or something
that he was throwing the flag, and Will Muschamp just went bananas. And of course, you saw Arkansas. In Auburn, Arkansas just couldn't get anything going against Auburn.
Yeah, so that's really it, But stay tuned for what I got to say later on. This might surprise a lot of you.
Oh, our game of the week.
Our game of the week,
Is
yeah.
it LSU Auburn, but we'll talk about them. We saw Vandy get a big win over Missouri, and Derek Mason said, "Anchor down. This is his job. Quit doubting."
Yeah, I like Mason though. I think he's doing a good job. I think he's gotta start putting wins together. That's his. He's not getting the 3 stars, but he's getting guys to come to Vanderbilt. So he's got him going in the right direction, but he's got to get more consistent in my view. But beating Missouri to me was a really big win for them, and my hat's off. My hat's off to him and his program. So anchor down.
Yeah, but can you really believe in his philosophy if they didn't even beat UNLV?
I mean, good. Oh, good. I didn't think about that.
They got blew out by UNLV. But, every week he comes out there and says that, and
so
he says they grind every day, but it's just.
So what are you saying?
Showed up in this game.
So what are you saying, AD Dallas Jones? Do you fire him? Because that's what you're practically saying.
I mean,
he's been
11-1.
He's been there for 4 years, and he's not been really producing. So the question now becomes for Derek Mason is that he has to now put together. He's got to get more consistent. He's got to find a way to win 7 bowl games. He can't go. They went to a bowl game last year and won. So I mean, he's got to get this team going in the right direction, which he does. But he's got to get more consistent, in my view. I don't think you fire him because if you fire him, who you gonna go get? Nobody's gonna take the Vanderbilt job.
And that's just what's funny because he says everybody wants it.
I mean, nobody. I don't. I would. If Vanderbilt could offer me $100, I still wouldn't coach at Vanderbilt for $100. Nobody wants the job, so he told the face a lot of y'all right now. Nobody wants that job unless you're Urban Meyer.
Unless you're Derek Mason.
Yeah, if you're Derek Mason, you want that job 10 times over again.
You know, same old out of. But Kentucky and Georgia, they were 0-0 at halftime.
You know what? I'm surprised. I'm upset about Kentucky because I was this close to booking them in the SEC championship game. I was this close this year. Cause I think like last year, Kentucky had me believing that they could go to the SEC championship.
I thought they were going to beat Georgia.
Because
knew they weren't. If they did go, they wouldn't beat Alabama.
They had Georgia on the wraps last year, and they could have beat them. So this is 2 years in a row that they could have beat Georgia and came up short. And to me, they took a little step back because last year's team and this year's team is totally different. Mm-hmm. I know, but I think they took a step back from what they were because, in my opinion, I had them picked, bro. I really did. I was this close to saying they're gonna get back, and I don't know. I had to stay tuned about Kentucky. When Kentucky play Florida? I've already been played.
Kentucky already played them.
Well,
Florida, remember, that's when Felipe got hurt.
Yeah, they could have beat Florida.
And I mean, Ole Miss, Texas A&M.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Ole Miss will beat Auburn. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Ole Miss, listen. I'm gonna tell you why Ole Miss is gonna beat Auburn. If you watch Ole Miss play, like Ole Miss is like they went like this, and they're starting to go like this. They get beat, they go like this. They got beat by A&M, they go like this. But I got a feeling in my bones they're gonna beat Auburn. I seriously think they're gonna beat Auburn. They're gonna beat Auburn.
If that happens, I mean,
look at the losses. A close loss to Memphis, a close loss to Carroll, a blowout, so every loss except one they've been close in. That's how you can tell. That's how you can tell they're trending in the right direction to get a big one, bro. To get a big one.
If anybody watches Saturday Down South, Chris Marlar already knows about Ole Miss. He already done his little rant about Ole Miss the other day. So
well, the rant is
somebody tag him in this so he can yell at Dante about Ole Miss.
Why is he gonna yell at me for? I'm telling the facts. Every loss that they have been in except one has been close. And you mean telling me, however Auburn performs this weekend, why did they beat LSU? You ain't gonna be saying that then? You're not gonna be saying that stuff then. So come on, tell them to come on. Come on. We can debate about Ole Miss. They're gonna get a big win before it's all said and done.
But Ole Miss has been there. I'm not giving it. I mean, they've been in every game.
Exactly. They're trending in the right direction.
I know Gus, he loves beating Ole Miss just as much as
okay, all right. All right, I'm booking it. Ole Miss over Auburn. I'm booking it.
We don't know. It's college football, so hashtag in the comments.
I might go to that
Ole
game.
Miss Sharks.
Tickets as low as $42. I might go to that game.
I was going to ask you if you want to go to Auburn, Georgia.
I might go to that game.
And we saw Jeremy Pruitt yanking face masks.
Man, I tell you what, Tennessee is a mess. Tennessee is a total mess.
The quarterback that gives them any chance of winning keeps getting injured.
Tennessee's a mess, bro. Like,
I don't know what Jeremy Pruitt, what he's thinking, but
my problem is this, bro. Like, everybody had Tennessee to be 3-0 until they get to Florida. But I mean, how do you have Jim, whatever is Jim Chaney there and not have an offense? Like, that's my biggest problem.
Because simple. I mean, Georgia and Tennessee,
But why would you leave Georgia though to go to a rebuilding situation? Tennessee, I can argue Tennessee haven't been good since Butch Jones should just go back to Tennessee and coach. I mean, Butch Jones might as well go back to Tennessee.
That's
Philip Fulmer, listen
fault.
to me.
That's his fault.
Why you just didn't keep Butch Jones? Butch Jones, I bet you if Butch Jones was coaching, they don't lose to Georgia State. They don't lose to BYU, and they don't use the University of Chattanooga. They're not. I mean, they beat Chattanooga, but they don't lose the first 2 games. If Butch Jones was coaching,
I don't even know how they lost because Tennessee had the top 10 recruiting class last year. The year before that. And when Butch Jones was there, they had number 2 recruiting class.
So I mean, I don't understand why they just should cut Butch Jones. In my opinion.
Same thing people said about Gene Chizik.
We'll talk about Auburn.
Which I think, I do think Gene Chizik should be there.
But so you saying if Tennessee fires Pruitt at the end of the year, you think Gene Chizik will coach at Tennessee?
He is looking for another college to go to. I think he would. I
mean, he was playing DC at North Carolina. Did he? For some reason, he wanted to be more with his family, which ain't nothing wrong.
I read a really good article about him this morning. He does want to get back into coaching.
Well,
and the biggest story out last week, Tua is out, but he's only out for a week.
Yep, Tua's out.
Got Arkansas, a bye week, and LSU.
Tua's out.
Is he going to be back? Well, I think he is.
If I'm an Alabama fan, going into Arkansas game, you got to be just a little nervous. Just a little nervous because I don't know what game plan they're. Practically, the game plan is going to be the old Alabama. Run the ball down your throat. That's practically what the game plan is going to be.
Do you think Arkansas hangs around in the?
I think they will. I don't think they'll win the game, but I think they'll hang around in there.
Yeah. Alabama fans, I don't even know why you're worried. Some
of
them are, dog.
Yes,
oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm worried about LSU. Yeah. I'm worried about the LSU game. It's Saturday for my team. And about our picks from last week, we tied both 6-1 on our picks from last week.
6-1.
I picked the Mizzou game wrong, and he picked the Texas A&M game wrong.
I told him Vanderbilt was gonna get him one. I told him
they were on fire.
I told him Vanderbilt was gonna get him
that running back, that JUCO quarterback.
Anchor down, baby. You got me saying it now. Anchor down.
You wanted to talk about what happened out of the SEC, folks. This is what happened to Wisconsin. Illinois was a 21-point underdog.
Well, Wisconsin overlooked,
and they were. Wisconsin covered the spread. They were up 21-0, but that's not how the game ended.
Levy got a big. Congratulations to Levy Smith. I think he should be an NFL coach, but congratulations to Levy Smith.
Well, I mean, he was at the Bears. But that situation's kind of like Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
He's 1-5. They're 1-5. So
I think they overlooked, man. They're getting ready to play the Ohio State Buckeyes this Saturday on Fox at 11 o'clock in the morning.
They were looking at that game.
That's the game they were looking for, but I'm picking Ohio State to win the game. But I don't know. I don't think
Wisconsin. They had that noon hangover. You know what happens when noon games happen.
You going over 49 points? or under?
It'll be. They're not gonna score that much. It's gonna be under. 49.
Under. I'm gonna take the under too. I was just thinking.
It's not gonna be. The spread is 14 point spread.
I'm gonna take the under. Yep, they got caught. They got caught looking ahead to Ohio State and got tripped up.
And then the last second field goal.
So
Which we're gonna show that clip here in a little bit. And I mean, if Wisconsin wins out, does that game keep them out of the playoffs? Are they gonna look at that game? Because they sure as heck didn't look at when Clemson lost Syracuse.
You know what? You know what I'm thinking.
2 years ago.
And I know we're gonna talk about the standings a little. I just wait till we get down there to talk about the standings. I'll just wait.
Well,
It's in there. It's 5.
Okay.
4. It's 4 when we talk about that.
Well, we could just go straight to our game of the week. We're gonna do our picks we do our picks off air, and then we'll talk about it next time. So we're just gonna go straight into the game of the week. Auburn LSU. Everybody's been talking about this. Everyone was talking about this at the beginning of the season when Bo Nix threw the last second touchdown and all that. A lot of people are giving Auburn about a 1% chance to win. Not even a 1%
bro.
chance.
Go, bro.
With this defense Auburn has this year, and I've been watching Auburn football my whole life.
Uh-oh.
Auburn hasn't had a defense like this to play in Death Valley before. The last defense Auburn had that was like this was probably 2010. This dominant, like Nick Fairley, Derek Brown. You could compare those two. Darren Bates, and you got Wooten. I mean, come on. You got Big Camp Bryant, Marlon Davidson, Jamel Dean.
So, my rebuttal is this. I don't think LSU. I don't think LSU. Where is that? I don't think LSU is just going to.
It's about a 30% difference. Because, of course, ESPN's picking LSU.
I don't think LSU is going to, like. I do think Auburn's defense is good. I didn't say great, good. But I think the defense is constantly shut out. Because to me, it's going to be more of, in my sense, and I've been saying this for like a week now. Who can I trust?
Yeah.
Who can I trust? And right now, it's like, can I trust Gus? Because the reason why I'm saying that, because he had a chance to beat Florida.
Oh, no doubt.
So that game to me shows like, okay, who can I trust? And I know all these Auburn fans, well, Bo can throw, yeah, but that was week 1 of the season.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, that's why I really hadn't touched on Bo. I mean, those numbers, he's just gonna have to have the game of his life. If he can't, I mean, the running game's gonna have to. If Bo can't, try Joey Gatewood.
But see, that's the problem. Well, Woodlow being out, because if Woodlow would have played, bro, the game plan would have been, we're gonna run the ball first. We're gonna be a play action pass team. So now Gus has to figure out. Well, practically, he's just going to spread the ball around.
Right, and that's why he's going to have Stove, Anthony Schwartz, and Seth Williams out there all on the field, which he should have done that against Florida. He didn't. He didn't have that against Florida. Anthony Schwartz only touched the ball one time.
You know what? I'm gonna make this key. If Auburn sacks Burrow at least 5 times in this game, they win.
Oh yeah, and that's why I think Kevin Steele's game plan is going to be to get pressure early. Like, if you want to know my keys to the game right now, Auburn has to get pressure early and often
because
against this team
on
the road.
If you can rush with 4 guys, bro, you got a pretty good D line, and that's Kevin Steele's game plan. Like I said, I agree with that. He's got to he's bringing pressure.
And on offense,
I would too.
On offense, Bo, he's gonna have to think. He's gonna have to think and not just blindly throw. Because this LSU defense, this isn't an Oregon defense. This isn't a Florida defense.
But
this isn't A&M that don't have a defense. Yeah. This is LSU.
But I don't like LSU. I know like they gonna be like we're gonna throw the ball around the park. I don't think you can do that against Auburn. I don't think because that's his thinking. Bro, if you go back and watch the Mississippi State, bro, his game plan was to throw the ball around the park, which it worked. But you can't. I mean, you can't throw the ball 59 times.
Mississippi State, Auburn throttled it.
But that's been his game plan, Dallas. Every game he's been in, we gonna throw it. We gonna throw it all around the park. They got a quarter. I mean,
like
2,484 yards. They're throwing it around the park. Seems like to me.
Well, can LSU run the ball?
Can they run the ball? I mean, I haven't seen them lined up and run the ball. I want to see LSU in a close game. That's it. That's it.
I think this like Florida was close, but this is going to be it.
That's it.
This is going to be the close. This game, and then when they play Alabama, like these are the 2 games that Ed Orgeron,
because
he's gonna have to win them. And
these
are 2 games that Ed Orgeron is going to have to win to
keep his job, in my opinion.
And then what, Ed?
Yes, bro.
He's on the hot seat?
Yes, bro. Remember? People forget about this. What was the knock on LSU? All of a sudden, they got an offense now. Out of the blue. What was Burrow on the team last year? Was he? Okay, what was this last year?
They were running the ball last year.
Joe
Brady, they got him.
And then they get a new offensive coordinator from the Saints, right across the street from the Saints. And all of a sudden,
and
to me, this Dallas. You cannot. He was on the hot seat 2 years. He was on the hot seat when Gus was on the hot seat. Remember the year they had for that, the way they played Alabama. Remember that year? He got knocked for that.
Yeah.
But I want to say something real quick.
Okay.
You have something else, Dallas?
No.
Since this is our game of the week. If Gus comes in this game, I'm gonna look at the camera. If Gus comes in this game and he messes this up, and if he loses bad, I don't care. Gus is gone at the end of the year. It's 2 games he's got to win to keep his job. This LSU game, that Georgia game, and that Alabama game. So, LSU, Georgia, and Alabama. He better go 3-0. He can't afford to lose any more games, bro. He just can't. I hate all these.
The predictions said that Auburn will finish the season 9-3.
If I'm Gus, I'm trying to get out of town.
If they go 9-3, is Gus staying?
Where is he gonna go? This is my problem with Gus. If you go 9-3 and go and play in the Sugar Bowl and win the Sugar Bowl, he's gonna stay. But this is what Gus got to realize.
Would you keep him after?
Well, it depends. It depends. Because you got some good coaches out there now. Urban Meyer would love to have this job. You want Urban Meyer?
Les Miles, I don't think he'd stay around Kansas.
Les Miles ain't staying at no Kansas.
You got a good coach down here at JSU.
John Gross is not going up.
Bill Clark.
Bill Clark. No, Bill Dallas. The Auburn job is big. You ain't gonna go get a John Gross, and you're not gonna go get a Bill Clark. You gotta get the
Gus Malzahn.
But Gus won a national championship with Cam Newton. Okay, go get Gene Chizik. Rehire Gene Chizik. He just made 2 bad hires.
I would like the Auburn coaches we've had in the past. Don't look at me crazy. I've liked all of them. Tommy Tuberville, Chizik, Gus.
Why did Tommy Tuberville just should still be coaching?
I wish everybody would just hashtag let's bring Tommy Tuberville back to Auburn, because Tommy Tuberville, he was my favorite out of because he could coach. When he went to Cincinnati, that was when he was, he was already taking every coaching job he could. He was at Texas Tech blowing people out. Then he went to Cincinnati, and he didn't have a team then.
Well, I mean,
now he's running for Senate.
Yeah, he's too busy trying to run his Senate. He's trying to get elected to Congress.
Chizik says Gene Chizik says he wished he was on the staff for the 2013 team, because he said if he had that team, he could have led them to the national championship with Nick Marshall.
I don't think they still.
He wouldn't have had Nick Marshall as his quarterback though. He wouldn't have brought him in. He would have had
who was behind
Wallace. Wallace was still there.
Knock on him. He couldn't throw. That was the knock on him.
And then you still had Frazier somewhere out there,
but I mean, listen. I think Gatewood's gonna play a snap in this game. I'm guaranteed.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. Gus is gonna. Another thing, he's gonna have to empty out the playbook against LSU. He's gonna have to. If this is a game that if this is a game that you use all the plays that you stored, this is it. This might as well be your playoff game. This might as well be your bowl game. This is the game. And the new AD at Auburn, he says that he's really not.
Oh, he
would hate to fire a coach, his first year as AD.
If I'm Gus, I go to Florida State. I'm sorry, Dallas. I'm sorry.
People are talking about that.
If I'm Gus, I'm going to Florida State. Go to the ACC, win a boatload of games, and try to beat Clemson at least.
Here's my thing about Gus. When he first got there, he wanted to coach there. Now it seems like he doesn't.
He don't.
You can see that on the side. You can see that on the sideline. I mean,
the player.
I like the guy, but 7 years ago when he first got there, he wanted to coach. Then when everybody started critiquing how he did it, he didn't like it, and he never took the blame for it. You told me before, Gus never take the blame. And I see it in every interview.
He doesn't my knock on Gus is when he messes up, he likes to blame everybody else.
And you see a true freshman quarterback that just came out of high school stand up on the podium and said it was his fault.
Exactly.
He said it was his fault. He got to do better.
And if I'm a player in that locker room, and my starting quarterback said that, okay, we going out here this Saturday and we gonna win this football game. That to me,
he stepped up on that podium again, and he says that he believes that they're gonna win that football game. And Gus didn't say that. Gus says, "Well, we just know how big it is."
Exactly.
Coach talk, coach speak. Just saying what he has to. Bo was saying the truth. He's saying nobody gives him props. But he thinks they have an advantage. Here's gonna be the last question. Can he do the job against Burrow?
Listen, I like Bo. I told Dallas Bo was gonna be the starting quarterback. No, he was hyping, like I said in the first one, he was hyping up Gatewood. But you know, I'm gonna tell you who I'm picking in this game. I'm gonna go with Auburn. I'm gonna go with my heart. My heart says Auburn, but it ain't gonna be no 42-17 game.
It's gonna be. I've been just holding it in my head all week long. It's gonna be a field goal.
I'm taking Auburn.
It's gonna be a field goal.
Because listen, the reason why I'm taking Auburn, listen. If Auburn let me down on this, I'm not picking y'all never again.
Well, you know what they say: don't count them out and don't bet against them.
I'm never picking Auburn again.
But I feel like this is the year. This is it. Like to beat LSU. I think they can do it. It's going to be really tough. Like I've been telling people all week long that I said, I just have a feeling. I like the Auburn Florida game. I picked them to win, but I had such a bad feeling about that Florida game from the start. Like that in my heart, I knew Auburn was going to lose to Florida. I picked them because they're my team. You know, I thought Auburn could hang around and win at the end, but I knew that Florida was fired up, Dan Mullen fired up, there was homecoming, all of that. But I think they correct the ship, and hopefully they get it done. I hope.
And they give up.
What's the score? What's the score? You going to pick the score? Or?
I'm going 24-17 Auburn.
I've been thinking 24-21.
24-17. But they give up so many yards allowed.
Auburn.
Both of them do. It's the same.
Yeah, LSU's defense really struggling.
Now they give up so many yards,
especially against the Mississippi.
The passing allowed is everything's about equal. Rushing yards allowed on defense. The passing yards are just total passing yards is just different, and you can tell this is a surprise. Auburn's running the ball. So it's just, LSU does give up a lot of deep points. And if you want to beat LSU, this is the time to beat them when they hot like this.
Oh, yeah. Auburn's done it before. They beat teams when they shouldn't have, and I just hope. With LSU's defense struggling like this, and Auburn's defense is good. Auburn's defense is going to have to score some points in this. Marlon Davidson's going to have to take some to the house this time, not trip. So, big man touchdowns. So, but that's all we have for this week, and we'll do our picks for next week. And next week's game of the week, Georgia and Florida. That's going to be a good game because Georgia's just
y'all already know who I got. Y'all already know who I got. I'm taking Florida. I've been telling y'all this. I'm taking Florida to beat Georgia this year.
I am too, because Georgia can't struggle like that and not expect to win many more ball games. So, but y'all find out next week. Y'all keep commenting, liking, sharing, and just we'll see y'all next week. Peace.